Well, I also want to change the world, and so my talk tonight is facial hair and criminal profiling. This might confuse some of you, but we will talk through it. Any law enforcement in the audience, you're welcome. So first off, what is criminal or offender profiling? Well, simply it's a set of techniques used by law enforcement agencies to try to identify perpetrators of serious crimes. But this is something that takes place after crimes. So, as valuable as it may be, it doesn't help prevent crimes. Here's the three main goals of criminal profiling. Help law enforcement provide a social and psychological assessment of the offender, as well as belongings found in their possession, and then ultimately give suggestions and strategies for the interviewing process to apprehend them. Now, its ugly cousin, of course, is racial profiling. It's the practice of categorizing people and predicting their behavior according to particular characteristics, such as skin color. So you can see why this is controversial and sometimes illegal. Because the inherent flaws here. Because there's opportunities for harassment. But the big one is number two. People just simply cannot choose their skin color. Other flaws would be that, it leads to stereotyping. And ultimately, when there's a predictive type of profiling that's based on uncontrollable factors such as skin color, things could certainly become a self-fulfilling prophecy in some instances. So, use this as an example. You may be doing some profiling of your own right now by looking at this. And that's okay. I think a lot of people do this based on what they see in the media and whatnot. And of course, you're correct. The gentleman here in the top hat is the true offender, smoking his crack pipe brazenly while twirling his mustache. Again, I'm sorry to the state senator that I used in the previous slide. So my proposal is this: to perfect a method of predictive criminal profiling to stop crimes, but based on controllable and conscious external tells, and namely a man or woman's facial hairstyle. I feel that's a good place to start. So just to get women out of the way, I've made this graph. The little sliver there at the top is the acceptable amount of facial hair on the moment. Green would be everything else. I mean, let's be honest, this gal is not going to get away with anything, so it's good. Can you imagine the terrorism, the genocide, the mayhem, if you will, that could have been prevented if we had a reliable predictive method of criminal profiling in place? So this is how it works. The man on the left is sporting what we call the toothbrush mustache style. And because of Hitler, we know that this possible behavior of that would be genocide. Of course, placement is very important. Underneath the lip, that just means they have a lot of soul. Now this one, this kind of crosses over into occupational profiling as well. If a head of state is rocking this mustache, they might have nefarious plans. Of course, if Tom Selleck, a police officer, an Italian bomber might have it, then they're okay. I mean, the sheer testosterone it takes to grow something like this makes someone extremely volatile, and they should be watched out for. That's all I'm saying. Now here's the handlebar. This is the most dastardly, probably, of the mustaches. Unless you're a magician or perhaps a kangaroo boxer, you're probably going to tie someone in train tracks at some point in your life. Or you may be a hipster. Now how do you spot a hipster, of course? Any combination of this, the present with and a handlebar, use caution. They may try to sell you vinyl, something like that. And then so, here's some freestyle, like this basically shows different mustaches, what they might imply. So money laundering on the left here, of course the true criminal on the end, Gene Shalit. So these are things, put into the database. Since we're getting close to the end, this is just a scale from low to high of things that you want to watch out for. On the left, of course, pretty low. On the right, almost exactly going to be an illicit gambling of some sort. And so the conclusion is, I think facial hair is a much more precise indicator of someone's nefarious activities than their skin color. Of course, this guy has red skin, so then we're looping back into the racial profiling, and so he'll probably never be apprehended. That's it, and now I'm going to slip out the back door so I don't get attacked by a pack of hipsters.